Now, tomorrow is International Family Day, and what better way to celebrate than a fun recipe that the kids can help you with and you can all enjoy together.
Yes, Martin O'Donnell from the 12 in Barna, County Galway is with us today. You're making one of my favourites. This is what I call it, one of my death row meals.
Meatballs?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Asked,
it's right up
Sir,
there.
you have one last meal. Either that or a roast chicken.
I really hope this one lives up to expectations.
I think so. No pressure now,
No
Martin.
pressure, yeah.
Well, you're well organised.
Thank you very much. This morning what I'm doing is a kind of a slight variation of meatballs. It's using turkey and pork. So it's a little bit different than beef. More flavour, a little bit less leaner, better for the kids. The dish is kind of, I suppose, constructed to help or to get the kids involved as well. So, you know, they can use breadcrumbs, they can make their own breadcrumbs from leftover bread, they can roll the meatballs themselves. So there is lots of little things that they can do themselves. So I'm going to start off the sauce. Firstly, it's a chorizo and tomato sauce. So just going to get that one started off slowly. What happens is
street sauce since last weekend in Barcelona.
Oh, of course,
Everything.
your tapas,
Oh,
your
yeah.
pints of tapas, I believe.
Does it come in pints?
That cultural trip of yours, Tommy.
Yeah, it's very cultural. That's me, I think.
I don't even know if you managed to pub crawl, did you? You didn't leave
Well,
one pub?
there was some crawling involved.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Sorry, Martin. Chorizo.
yes, what I'm doing firstly is quite a hot pan, and I'm just frying off the chorizo to get all the lovely oils, get the smoked paprika out, get them into my sauce. And basically, it just releases all the good flavour.
You don't need to put oil in when you have chorizo because the oil comes out naturally.
I've tiny
just
bit
a little
in,
bit
but
to
just
kind of
a
get it
tiny
started.
bit,
Yeah.
On this one, I have just finely chopped shallot and garlic, so I'm going to put that one in next, and also one bay leaf. So adding it in afterwards, kind of it gets the oils out, but then the shallot and the garlic fry in the oils of the chorizo. Okay? So
have you that at a high heat?
it is high.
Very
now.
high,
yeah.
is it?
So what we do now is we turn it down once the shallots go in. In here, I've got chopped tomatoes and...
Smell of that already.
so it's chopped tomatoes, any canned chopped tomatoes. If there's herbs in them, if there's garlic, it's just going to add extra flavour. So you don't have to be too fussy.
It's a great way to get tomatoes, garlic, onions into a children's diet without even them realising, I suppose, isn't it?
And some fresh herbs as well. So what I've brought along is some sage and some oregano from the garden. And again, it's a great way of just getting some extra flavour into it.
You've no seaweed this time, Martin. Martin loves a bit of seaweed.
No seaweed this time.
Yeah, from Galway's.
Of course, the perfect spot.
He's up at 3 a.m. harvesting seaweed, usually bring it up to us.
It is very trendy, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very trendy. We've been doing it for years in the hotel. So
OK, before it was trendy.
I was doing it when I
Ahead
was a
of the
kid.
curve.
Before it was cool.
So my meatball recipe is very simple. Again, I have equal quantities of pork mince and turkey mince. Really good quality pork mince is important. So
Are you against using beef? Do you think this is the way to go, or is this just a variation?
I think it's an alternative because all the time you're eating spaghetti bolognese, you're eating beef burgers, you're eating roast beef, and I think kids kind of get sick of eating too much of the same thing. I have young kids as well, so
absolutely.
kind of trying to get it slightly different. So again, it's just great quality pork. That's really the good thing. Lean turkey, some finely chopped shallot and garlic is gone into this one.
OK.
Little bit of apple, so it's just a diced organic apple.
That's a nice addition, isn't it?
Yeah, we never thought of
And
that.
a bit of sweetness.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it just, once it cooks through, it comes out really nicely in it. This one is a sourdough breadcrumb. So it's our own sourdough. We make our own sourdough in the hotel. Finely diced up.
You've just popped that, whizzed a
Just
few
whizzed
chunks.
it, just whizzed it nice and simply. So I think, you know, with the kids at home, they could use old bread, they could blitz it up, you could get them tearing it up and getting them involved and getting them interested in food waste, that it's not all about, you know. So I think it really gets the kids involved in
Keep
this
their
one.
fingers out of the blender, though.
Oh,
Exactly.
Janie Mac, yes, absolutely.
A tiny bit of salt and pepper. Try not to do too much because there is such great flavour in the sauce itself. And also, again, some fresh herbs. So I've taken some oregano and some rosemary is in as well, and some fresh sage. So basically, we just throw it all in. I have a nice little glove on, so it's quite easy.
Yeah.
Again, it's great for the kids if you give them the gloves. They can get this part. They can do the mixing.
They would love this.
One messy bit.
They get very messy, though, doesn't it?
You get a little kid's apron nowadays, and it just gets them really involved. Lovely smell, isn't it?
Gorgeous smell.
But even I think kids nowadays in schools, they're getting really involved in food as well. So even to be growing the herbs will be in schools. So it really gets them involved.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff. Even my daughter's in Montessori, and they're always on about fresh foods and the herb garden and learn about it, which is great.
It's brilliant, and it's a brilliant way to grow up. Actually, that they think about going to their own garden for herbs and ingredients.
So once everything is mixed, what I've done is taken little balls and just rolled them in our hands. So again, the kids could have this done, and I think it's all about organisation. If you could make the sauce the day before, to have it done, and then maybe make the balls in the morning. So you come home from work, your sauce is done, Your meatballs are rolled like this in the fridge, and all you have to do is fry them off 5 or 10 minutes, and they're ready to go. So again, the pan is quite hot. A little bit of vegetable oil. Meatballs are going in.
You're not too strict on the rapeseed oil or olive oil?
I think it's a great question, and I think for myself personally, the lighter the colour of oil, the better it is for cooking.
Really?
Okay.
So if it's darker, it's olive oil, it's rapeseed oil. It's not. It's the heat value is slightly lower, so it'll burn quicker.
It'll burn quicker.
Whereas
Better
the
for salads if it's
yes,
if it's a dark
and
oil.
it's tasty.
Yeah.
So it's better with the sunflower oil or the vegetable oil for frying off, and then maybe for dressing salads and stuff, the rapeseed oil and the.
Okay, so how long are you cooking there? I know we're going to rush you along to get it finished
So
up.
basically, what we're doing,
You're browning those.
we're just going to brown them off.
Yeah.
You got see they're quite quick.
Got all the right lingo, tell me.
See,
You've been paying
you go away
attention.
for 6 months. You know, time doesn't stand
I'm
still, Anna.
impressed. The curve has gone in the right direction.
Thought I was just here doing the washing up.
Here's some I just started earlier on. So they're about 8 to 10 minutes in the oven. And if you wanted to check,
Lovely.
you could just kind of slightly break them, just to see that they are cooked through.
Yeah. You're not cooking them in the sauce, are you? You're just...
You can, but I find that they start
Yeah.
to break up when you start to mix them. So what I like to do is just give them a minute or two in the sauce, just like that.
Well, we don't have a minute or two,
That's
Martin.
right.
So
Hurry
you're
on, Chef
serving
Chef.
with salad, with lovely crusty bread.
Lovely crusty bread.
Talk to us about that bread, by the way. You
This
told
is
me.
this is a very simple sourdough that's been sliced down. There's some smoked cheese in it, some mozzarella, and just a tiny bit of garlic butter. There's not a lot.
Oh, you told me there was lashings of garlic butter. And there it is. Look at that.
That is gorgeous.
Some
That's
lovely herbs as well, just to
Absolutely.
finish it
Death
off.
row meal. Perfect.
I hope it
Tuck
lives
in
up to
there,
it.
Anna.
a good hearty lunch, isn't it?
It looks good,
Thank
doesn't
you,
it?
Martin.